I don't know about you, but I personally think that the government should step in and make them pay them back. So what am I going on about then? Well, a lot of people will know Sadiq Khan, this person here. Oh, hang on. No, sorry, I just thought, seems weird, I'm usually picturing him with a penis attached to his head. But anyway, he apparently, or TfL rather, the company as far as I'm aware he's in charge of, they apparently are keeping hold of a lot of people's money which they should rightfully refund. So what is going on then? Well, according to this article, it says that Sadiq Khan has admitted victims of a Transport for London, a TfL cyber attack, may never get their money back. Why? Why in this day and age can they not work out who has been affected and, I don't know, do the decent thing and refund them? Because let's face it, if they shouldn't have paid TfL, then they shouldn't have done, whether Sadiq Khan or TfL likes that or not. But anyway, tens of thousands of Londoners are feared to have been left out of pocket after hackers gained access to the Travels Authority systems in September. And get this, the aftermath of the attack meant the over 60s children and students were unable to apply for discount Oyster cards until recently, forcing them to fork out for standard fares. And that, in my opinion, is completely unacceptable. Surely they would know who previously had one of these discount Oyster cards and give them a couple of months grace until, of course, TfL fixed the issues they were having to let people buy one of these Oyster cards again. I mean, it's just common sense, isn't it? You give them a grace period of however long it takes. But I'm guessing that has just eluded Sadiq Khan's intelligence, in my opinion. But that's not it at all either, because it says that other passengers are thought to have been overcharged due to faulty contactless systems, with daily commutes wrongfully ballooning in price. And this is the problem. Quite often TfL has a daily cap on the amount of cost for the journeys you do. Say, for example, you're bored one day and you want to play a game of Monopoly in real life and go through every square on the board. At some point in that daily fun journey, which, let's face it, would probably cost quite a bit of money if it was all single fares all the way, TfL will set a daily cap on the fees that you're charged, and therefore that is what they should do in all cases. So I can't see why, if the contactless system was found to be faulty, they couldn't reimburse those people that have been affected by that, because surely that would have been stored at least somewhere, wouldn't it? I mean, you'd like to think so, wouldn't you, eh? And now, of course, Mr. Khan has switched on his brain cells, it seems, because he has conceded that people who should have had free travel could be left out of pocket because they may have lost their receipt and they may not claim it back. This shouldn't be reliant on receipts. Yes, us customers get receipts. However, surely the TfL has that receipt stored on their systems as well, and therefore, if it's their fault, they are the ones who should be paying regardless. It just pisses me off how many times companies realise they're at fault and then expect us to come up with the evidence proving that, yes, they are in fault when they know it straight away. It's just absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? He told the London Centric it is possible those impacted will be left out of pocket if they do not make a claim. We shouldn't have to make a claim, Sadiq. Bloody refund us all. Anyway, keeping records of travel on the TfL network, though, however, is tough due to the tap-in and tap-out purchasing process. No, it isn't. Yes, admittedly, I'm not an employee of theirs or have access to their systems, but surely you would like to think there's some sort of log. But anyway, Mr. Khan added that I'd encourage anyone who reads this piece to contact the TfL directly. We are determined to make sure no one is out of pocket because of this cyber attack. The London Mayor said this month that he couldn't put a figure on the number of people who had paid over the odds, but admitted it was big. Maybe, who knows, he could add this to the big black hole they seem to don't want to shut up about. But anyway, at the time of the attack, quite worryingly in my opinion, bank details. It disabled large parts of its public-facing web services and for new Oyster photo cards as a precautionary measure. And TfL, which described the attack as highly sophisticated, is understood not to have actively offered refunds to overcharged passengers, putting the onus on the victims to log their claims manually for each journey. And if you think about this, wouldn't this actually create a load of paperwork for TfL? Rather than just thinking, yeah, okay, I'll put a little thing in the computer and we'll get a printout and just pay them all back. No, they're waiting for the employees to look at the claim, do all the research into that, and then pay the person. Potentially, who knows, may even send out a cheque to them or whatever other thing they're going to do, and therefore will surely take up a lot more staff working hours than if they would have just done it bloody automatically, wouldn't it? But I guess that has escaped Sadiq Khan as well. A reclaim system, though, is hoped to be up and running in the authorities' app and website soon, but a timeline has yet to be announced, because I'm guessing they probably oh, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I'm guessing they probably just want to keep hold of whatever money they got so far, because no doubt, of course, they get a lot of interest for that. But anyway, TfL said anyone who's paid with an Oyster card can already see their journey history and apply for refunds, and the authority is poised to launch an independent review into the cyber attack and subsequent issues that it faced. Papers published, though, ahead of next week's state, given the nature of scale of this cyber attack, an independent review will be conducted to consider the circumstances surrounding the incident and the impact, our response to the incident, and whether further improvements are needed to our cybersecurity. Well, I think that's a bit of a given, isn't it? But anyway, our cybersecurity strategy, taking into consideration existing initiatives that are in progress. And get this, a criminal investigation into the cyber attack is ongoing and has so far resulted in the arrest of a 17-year-old boy. A 17-year-old, it seems, took down quite a big company in London. It's just quite laughable in the sense that their security could be hacked by a 17-year-old. It just strikes me as not being very secure at all. But anyway, it says he's from Walsall and arrested on suspicion of computer misuse offences, and TfL has been approached for comments. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see just how quickly any refunds will happen. And to be honest, I think as this was their fault, they should, as they weren't entitled to that money, reimburse people not only by the money that they were incorrectly charged, but also add a bit of interest on top for compensation. Maybe he knows they could round it up to a nice 10 quid number, eh? But I'm guessing, and admittedly I could be wrong, but I'm guessing the amount of interest, if any, they'll give is probably about, I don't know, a quid at the most, eh?